Hi, my name is Lisa Beck and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk about all things energy. Energy of the body, energy of the mind, energy what's happening within the planets and the solar system and how it may be affecting us, and energy of people, places, things, ideas, businesses, etc. Thank you for being here and welcome back. Today, we're going to be doing one of my most favorite things in the entire world is tapping into the energy of crystals. And in particular, we have this big, beautiful mama here. This is a clear quartz, if you're not familiar with crystals. And I'm going to share the story of how this crystal came into my life, because we may think we find something, but that's not how energy works. We are attracted to something through energy, and a lot of times it's the energy of the object or the idea or the person or the place or the thing that actually magnetizes us towards it. So again, this is a clear quartz, and if you're not familiar with a clear quartz crystal, it is actually one of my most favorite crystals. I have a real connection to crystals. So much so, the other day when I was getting a massage and I had them use Himalayan salt stones on my back, and as soon as the salt stone touched my back, I could hear it talking to me, and I could smell the cave where the salt stone came from. It was such a crazy experience to be transported right to the cave. I could smell it, I could see it, my clair senses were going crazy, my clair smelly was going crazy. So yeah, it's a pretty cool phenomenon. And so anyways, clear quartz. Some of the properties of clear quartz, this is a great crystal to start out on your crystal journey because it has so many amazing healing properties. It's known as the master healer because it is like the big mama. It helps to ward against negative energy, and it helps to amplify any other crystals that you may have within its presence or any ideas or thoughts. So I always like to keep this close when I'm visualizing something or when I'm meditating, because I know it's going to help amplify my ideas or my visions. It can help with our immune system. It can also aid in emotional healing, mental healing, physical healing. So again, like a big master healer, master teacher. And it also promotes abundance. Again, so like whenever I'm visualizing big things, this guy is right by me to help amplify the energy, because our thoughts are energy. So this crystal helps to amplify the energy that I'm thinking or doing or working on. And every crystal has a story. Every crystal has a record. In fact, everything has a story and everything has what we call an Akashic record. And so today I'm going to be opening the Akashic record of my clear quartz crystal and sharing what this big stone has to tell us, what it wants to tell us. Whenever I open the Akashic records, and so for any of you who may not be familiar with the Akashic records, the Akashic records is basically infinite intelligence, infinite consciousness of a person, place, thing, or idea. And it helps us to learn how to work with an energy. It helps us learn what action steps to take with an idea or, let's say, a business. It helps us to problem solve, helps us to understand ourselves better. And all of this information is through the lens of unconditional love and non-judgment. So again, we're going to open up the Akashic records of my large and dear clear quartz crystal and read any information that she wants to tell us. I say she because when I feel the energy of crystals, they kind of speak to me through a feeling or an essence of masculine or feminine, or maybe a combination of both. Some don't have that, but this definitely has an energy of femininity to her. So I'll refer to her as she. And I'm going to share the story with how Big Mama came into my life, because this is a really, really large crystal. And so the story is kind of cool. I was out walking with my dog, and this crystal was just laying in the grass, just laying there in like a little medium, like nothing was around it. It was just laying there. And I saw it because, you know, it's the size of my head and she's kind of hard to miss. And I thought, that is a really expensive crystal because this guy's big and heavy. What is it doing laying there? And so I thought, okay, I'm gonna take my dog on our walk. And if I come back and circle around and this crystal is still there, then I know it was meant for me, right? Because as I mentioned before, usually crystals find their owner. You walk into a crystal store and like one jumps out at you, that's them putting out their energy and saying, I want to work with you. And so sure enough, I circled around, came back, and she was still lying in this median, in this grassy area. So I took her home. And again, this is really important with all your crystals. It's like, I don't know what her journey has been or where she was prior. And so I wanted to clear any energy that she had attached to her. And so what I did is I gave her a nice salt bath, and then I put her outside under the moon. So it's very important that we take care of our crystals. And one way to do that is to clear them of any energy that they are absorbing. So just like us, like humans, we absorb our environment around us, other people's thoughts, other people's emotions, what society is telling us. Crystals can do that too. And so it's important that you clear them of energy, negativity, negative energy, or anything they may be absorbing, because you never know who owned the crystal beforehand or where the crystal was purchased from. So a good way to do that is to put a crystal outside under a full moon, or you can put it in a salt bath. Salt also clears crystals. And then there are some crystals that actually don't need energy healing, and we'll get into those at another time, but that's not for today. So, and did you see that she kind of looks like a little bit of a, I'm sorry, I'm covering my mouth. She kind of looks like a little bit of a heart. Isn't that lovely? It's a little heart shape. Yeah. She's as big as my heart. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open the records of the crystal. And I'm not going to record me opening the Akashic records of the crystal because I like to keep that sacred. And there's many different ways to open the Akashic records of something, and there's many different teachers. And so I don't want to influence anyone and say my way is the only way or the right way, because it's not. There's many different ways and many different teachers. This is just the way that I was taught, and I'm going to choose to keep it sacred. But when we come back, she will have a story to tell. All right. The records are open of our lovely clear quartz crystal. And can you already hear in my voice and by my energy that my energy has changed? That's a little calmer, a little quieter. That's because I'm tapping into the energy of this crystal. And right away, what I feel is this ancient grandmother energy. Very, very old and very, very wise energy. And you can kind of tell by, again, the way I'm moving. She's very calm and patient. She's just waiting. So the important thing with the Akashic records is that we need to ask the right questions. So the crystal is actually waiting for me to ask a question. So whenever I open the Akashic records of a crystal or a pet or another object or a business or a house, I always like to start out by asking, how are you here to best support me? Okay, and then I kind of wait and see what energy filters in. So I feel energy come in through the crown of my head, and then it usually comes in as what I call a thought voice. So it's like trickling thoughts in a voice. And so what this crystal is telling me, how it's here to help support me, is through wisdom, through guidance, through energetic transmission. Ooh, so what the crystal means by that is it wants to help me take any negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative emotions, and transmute it into positivity, positive thoughts, positive emotions. Because energy can never be created nor destroyed, only expanded or contracted or transmuted. And so this crystal really wants to, it's been a while since I've opened her records, but she really wants to be near me when I meditate, when I contemplate, when I'm sitting still. And so I put her right in my lap to help transmute any energy. Or sometimes I use this crystal for a little bit of healing. If I have a stomach ache, if I have maybe some cramping going on in my womb, I'll lay her right on my womb and help her transmute that energy, that negative, lower vibrating energy. How else are you here to support me? Oh, she's also here to support my dog too, and support our bond together. My dog, that's a new one. Okay, that's great. Help support my bond with my dog. Help build that rainbow, because obviously clear quartz, like when light shines through here, it creates rainbows of light. She's here to help me experience the full spectrum of a rainbow, because all light fractals carry different frequencies of energy, and each color represents different energy, different frequencies. And as humans, it's important for us to experience all fractals of energy, all different types. She's here to help me gain knowledge and be present and provide comfort and subtle guidance. So not so in your face guidance. Like I have a crystal that I'll do a reading for, because it's quite hilarious. This crystal is pure masculine and very pungent, very strong, very in your face. And I'm just laughing because she is not like that at all. It just feels very gentle, very laid back. Like visually, I see just a slow wave coming in, a slow wave of energy, of guidance, of light, of healing, just subtle in the background that's constantly working. Like almost something if you have some light music playing in your background and you don't even notice, or maybe you have the TV on and you're going about your day and you don't even notice it's on, but every once in a while you're like, oh, I like this song. Oh, and you stop and look at the TV. That's her energy, is just always subtly working in the background, always subtly guiding, always subtly transmuting energy, always subtly there, like a guardian angel, kind of a guardian angel crystal. And then I always like to ask, how can I best support you? And so how can I best support you, crystal, to help you do your job to the highest capacity? And what she has to say is that she wants to be held. She wants to be around me. She likes this YouTube video that we're doing. She likes that I'm holding her near my heart, and I actually can feel right here in my heart space a little like vibration, like frequency connection. So thank you guys for being at the height where I get to hold this crystal at my heart, and this is what it feels like. It feels like this, boom, 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 boom. That's what I feel in my body right now. And that she's actually, just by me holding her here, is clearing some blockages in my heart space that I wasn't aware that I had. Thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so have so much gratitude. And so yeah, she wants to be laying right on my chest. So she's saying, after this, go lay down and place me on your chest. And that's the thing, most crystals, what I'm finding is they just want to be used. They want to be helpful. We like to buy these beautiful rocks, beautiful pieces of the earth, and have them in our house, but we never end up using them, or many times we don't use them to their full capacity or to how they want to be used. So I just did a crystal reading for a friend the other day, and the crystal was the spokesperson for all the other crystals in her house, and what the main message was is like, you are not using us, we want to be used. And she's like, oh my gosh, I know, they're just sitting on shelves. And I'm like, they want to be used. They want to be part of your life. So whether you put your crystal near your food or near your plants or in your water or under your pillow or just hold them every once in a while, they're really here to help guide and support you in this crystal in a subtle way. Other crystals that's more pungent in your face. Isn't she lovely, guys? She's just so lovely. And you want to be very careful where you purchase your crystals. I would never purchase one just randomly online. You want to make sure that it is a high quality and reputable source. Anytime you can actually go into a crystal shop and pick it up, touch it, feel it, that would be better. But there are some reputable sources online, but just like, don't Amazon a crystal. Like, that's not, because there's going to be a lot of hands touching it. There's going to be what are the intentions behind it, what's the source that it came from, what's their knowledge. So yeah, you just want to be mindful where you purchase your crystals, and again, make sure that you clear them if they need to be cleared, because you never know their journey. Treat them nicely, treat them kindly. They are sacred objects from Mother Earth. Now, all of this is information that she is channeling through. She has a lot of points. If I can go in, a lot of like really points. She likes when I rub her points. That is an activation for her and for me. So if you have a crystal that has a lot of points or edges, it can also be stimulating for you, or if you are really sensitive, it can be calming to your nervous system. So almost like petting a dog, right? Like a dog calms down. Pet your crystals. That's what I'm getting. Pet your crystals. She wants to be petted. She's also I'm asking her like anything else that we need to talk about, and she really loves this information that I'm sharing. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. She said it's going to help a lot of people, and it's going to help a lot of crystals get used to their full capacity. She just has such a lovely, lovely, calming presence. Just so lovely. Like, all I want to do is sit back in my chair and just like, yeah. Oh, it's so lovely. It's so calming. Is there anything else that you want that is important for us to share with how we can best utilize you or other clear quartz? She's reminding us that clear quartz are very, very powerful crystals that are multifaceted and multifunctional. And most of them are very friendly, as in they love to be around other crystals. They like to amplify and work in conjunction with other crystals. And so if you have a clear quartz, use it in conjunction with other crystals to help amplify that energy. They also like to be placed near windows, so where light can come in, and then because of their clear properties, they can refractal that rainbow light into your space. And so anything with rainbow light is going to be a higher vibration, a higher frequency energy, and who doesn't want that in their home? So especially in rooms with little children, maybe with babies or with pets who already vibrate at a high frequency, it's important, or it would behoove you, to put a smaller clear quartz crystal like on a window ledge or a window seal, so when the light does shine in, it can amplify that light and create more of that loving, peaceful, undulating, just peaceful energy in that room. And you might notice that it might help babies sleep or children sleep. Again, now I'm not a doctor, I'm not a specialist, This is just reading the energy of the crystal. And so these are what this crystal's energy is sharing with me. So take what resonates and let go of what doesn't. I'm just trying to see if there's any more information that she wants to share with us today. But I think that's about it. So what I'm going to do is close the Akashic records of the crystal, and then we'll wrap up this video. All right, we're back. And I am out of the crystal's energy. I'm actually going to set her aside on this little table right here. But anytime I tap into the energy of something else, I just like to clear myself of her energy or that energy. So I'm just clearing myself and and shake it off. As you can see, my energy right now is way different than the energy that I had with the crystal. Like, I even feel myself just ramped up a lot more. I'm just like vibrating. So that's my energy versus the calm, quiet, grandmothery energy of the clear quartz crystal. Awesome. Oh, well, this was so fun today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, like my niece always says, smash that like button. It'll help the algorithms, and we'll have more videos like this to enjoy. All right, until next time, ciao, ciao.